Hello, and welcome to Grow Green with Vanessa. Today, I wanted to talk about grow lights. So, one of the most difficult things for me was deciding which grow light to get. There are so many different types of grow lights out there. Um, Even knowing the specifications of the lights you need, it was still kind of difficult for me to settle upon a grow light. And even after I decided what grow light to get, I still wasn't sure whether or not it would be the best light. So I started out with this grow light. It has three extendable and bendable prongs on it. And it also has a timer on it. You can set the timer for 12, 8, and 4 hours. They were very reliable. The lights came on and off when they should have. And these lights were made by a company called GHodec. GHodec grow light for indoor plants. So when I needed the grow lights, as I was growing more and more seedlings, I needed more coverage from my grow lights, or I needed better coverage, I thought. But these grow lights actually work very well. They are 150 watts, 6,000 Kelvin, full spectrum, like I said, with a reliable timer. Now, these are currently unavailable. I got these from Amazon, and actually, I didn't even purchase them all at one time. I purchased some in 1 year, and then the next year, as I added more seedlings, I needed more light. But the problem with these, even though these lights were great, and it has a 6,000 Kelvin, which you'll see recommended, the biggest problem I had with these lights was positioning them so that I got adequate coverage. So if my lights were positioned like this, then I noticed the plants that were in between this area here may not have gotten the best light. I was using a rack to put my seedlings on, and they also came with a clip. So I was able to clip these onto the rack, but I had a problem with coverage, and the light did not radiate out much. Where the light was where the light covered. So I found that I was purchasing more and more of these. I think I probably have about 5 of these lights. And year before last, because I didn't grow a full garden last year before last, I had a lot of seedlings, and I was constantly moving plants around, moving the lights around. It was getting a bit frustrating for me, and I thought that if I am doing something with my seedlings, it should not be constantly rearranging the lights. So what I decided to do was to look for another set of lights. So I did some reviews on lights. I checked out some of the YouTubers out there who were talking about lights. And what I found was the lights that were highly recommended were not available. Either they're not selling them anymore. And this was even for YouTube videos that were pretty recent, as recent as last year. So I had to make a decision to get something. And so I decided upon this VIVOSUN. Now, the nice thing about the VIVOSUN lights is that these panels open up on the side, and so it extends that coverage. And they actually go up a little bit on the side. And so it's a pretty, I'd say this is probably a 12-inch by 12-inch stretch in the center here, if not 14. And then you have an additional 6 inches on both sides. So in addition to this providing good coverage, they also send it looks like a phone cord, but they send a cord to you that you can use to connect all of your lights. So I purchased 5 of these lights, and these are the cords that come with it. And these cords, like I said, will connect one light to the other. So that way, when you have them on timer, they all come on at the same time, they all go off at the same time. But in addition to the cord that connects each light to one another, it also comes with these pulleys. So you can connect the lights, and a pulley goes on each side of the light to hold it up. And then you can easily raise or lower the light, depending on your need, what you need to do. So it's very simple to reposition your lights, depending on how close you need to get your light to your seedlings. And as your seedlings grow, it's very simple to raise your lights up so that they don't burn. In addition to those things, it actually gives excellent coverage. So the light is extending past the sides, the front and the back of the light. So it provides so much coverage, and I've been very pleased with these so far. Take a walk over with me to the lights so you can see the ones that I have set up. I have 4 that are set up already, and I plan to set up this 5th light as soon as my plants germinate and I need another light. But this is wonderful to actually have an extra light, and I'm not even sure if I will need it, but if so, I have the light. So here are the lights, and as you can see, the 2 pulleys on either side, there is a button on the side of the pulley, and you just press that button to move it up and down. And then on the light itself, you'll see that you can put it at either 25, 50, 75, or 100%. And then there's also an off button for that. And this is the light that is pretty close to the seedlings. And then I'll show you this light here and how I was able to raise the light up higher to accommodate what I needed for the onions. The VIVOSUN lights that I purchased were the VS2000 LED lights with full spectrum diodes and brand driver dimmer. 200 watts with 5,000 Kelvin. But you need to have between 5,000 and 6,000 to grow your seedlings. So I'm satisfied with these lights at this point. I'll let you know if I have a different point of view after the season, whether or not they do well with one type of seedling over the other. I'll try to highlight that just in case you are looking to purchase new lights yourself. There's so many lights out there, it's just a hard decision to make. I actually picked up another light a few days ago, and I bought it off of one of the marketplaces. I haven't tried the light yet, but I plan on getting everything put together maybe this weekend if I have time to do that. So I'll give you some information about that light as well. Remember, find your joy. Mine is gardening and retirement. Bye.